Okay, all right. So, this is a part two. Personally, I like to watch responses before the videos they're attached to. Um, I find it interesting to just see someone's reaction before analyzing for myself what they're reacting to. And oftentimes, if they're both good, it causes me to go back to the response afterwards, because all the new information from me seeing what they just responded to really provides a context that brings out meaning of the response that I missed the first time. That's, there are a lot of responses that seem pretty unrelated to all a sidetrack, but relevant. Dualistic thought. Both are true. Okay. So, we each technically have a singularity of experience, as our perceptions are not shared. Now, however, with technology, we have an amazing simulation of shared experience. This started probably with broadcast radio, which interestingly started a lot like you might think of YouTube, which just like anybody with a little bit of funds. It was probably more expensive to get into radio at the time, but there wasn't a whole lot you needed. And so there was a lot of just amateur enthusiasts in the early days of radio who were buying what they needed to be able to broadcast, and they were, it was basically unregulated shows. They would just play whatever music they had or talk about things. But then it became corporatized. The government got involved and, said we're going to be in charge of the spectrum of radio frequencies so that it doesn't, things don't overlap or interfere with each other, or what have you. And by the way, we'll be able to interrupt what you're doing at any time with our own signal, for national security. But pretty quickly, after they got involved, it became corporate radios. You needed funding and a license from the government to be able to broadcast. And from then through the glory days of television, which I grew up during, there was this concept of a shared experience through programming handed down by a corporation. And that's changing now with the internet, which is quite exciting, because and YouTube is great to analyze, and there are many others. I should venture outside of the youtube.com for this experience. And I've gotten a few requests and things, or lists of other sites to repeat your videos on, so that YouTube doesn't have as much power over you. And that makes a lot of sense. But I will lose all my direct uploads if YouTube gets mad at me for some reason. Anyways, but yeah, so YouTube, it's just it's shitloads of people talking to each other. It's pretty crazy. And yeah, there's skateboard videos and pirated stuff, Simpsons clips, stupid young girls just showing off a silly hat. And now don't get me wrong, they're hilarious, brilliant, young people who are, and old people. I mean, it's the whole, it's like life a lot. But it can be it's a shared experience in little blips randomized blips, but we are developing a web, and it's a very complex interlinking between us as we react to each other. And it's interesting how, you know, obviously the most popular videos on here are shared experiences, and they may be very external to YouTube, like a sports clip or some breastises, you know, but they may also be, you know, kind of original to YouTube and just good, you know, positive, entertaining, connecting, and that stuff spreads, and it's not always the positive that spreads, sometimes anger, but usually in that it's through an intelligent expression of a viewpoint. Anyways, shared experience, but yeah, in some sense that's false. Again with dualistic thought. It is true that we share experiences, and it is false that they're not truly shared, you know. God, what am I doing on time? Yeah, I need to wrap it up. I didn't get anywhere with this. This is good, though. This is a part 2 of a 3-part? What the hell is going on? Maybe I'll pretend like these are different videos? Oh, I don't know. I'll see you soon.